Oh. Hi, everybody. I'm Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. I am based right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia, but our clients are all throughout the United States. We are a federal practice, so anybody that practices immigration law and is advising only on immigration law, we have what's called a federal practice. So that means that we can represent clients all throughout the United States. Looks like we have a little bit of an issue here. I hope it goes through. Sorry. Anyway, so we represent clients all throughout the United States, no matter where they're located. So feel free to reach out to us if you have an immigration issue. Hi, Rajesh. My name, if you're just joining, is Pratibha Agarwal, and I'm an immigration attorney located outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. But we represent clients all throughout the United States, and the way we do that really is through Zoom. We use Zoom. We do phone consultations as well. But some clients who live around here, they tend to come in person if they would like to. But honestly, right now with the coronavirus and everything, we're still being pretty careful in terms of social distancing. So if you live around here, we may see you in person, but most of the time we're having our consultations by Zoom or by phone. We handle all types of immigration cases, so employers sponsoring individuals, employers sponsoring H-1Bs. I know that's the popular thing happening right now, right, with the registration coming up for H-1Bs. So employers sponsoring H-1Bs and other visa types. We also represent employers sponsoring green cards, individuals, investor visas, humanitarian cases, victims of abuse. We love those. So call us if we can help you. We handle all types of immigration cases. If you have a question, I would recommend that you schedule a consultation if you want to get kind of in-depth into your case. But if you'd like, please feel free to ask your question here. I'm streaming on both Facebook and on TikTok right now. So if you lose me on one, please feel free to join me on the other platform. I'll go through some questions that come to me in my practice, but I will also answer yours. So just know that this can't really be considered legal advice because I don't know all of your background and whatnot. If you would like to get legal advice specific to your case, call our office to schedule a consultation. We are at 703-348-1663. But if you want to type your question in, I'll answer it best as I can on here. Hi, Rajesh. Hi, Sunawar Lopez. My case, you did CSS. I'm not sure what that means, Rajesh. If you want to type an explanation, I'd be happy to answer. Hi, Oju. Hi, Sonia. You said, Sonia says, can you talk about the E5 visa? So, Sonia, I'm thinking that you're talking about the EB5 visa. Hi, Chic Dame. I like your username thing. Gosh, I'm like really technologically challenged. Your profile name, I like it. Hi, thank you for joining. So yes, I think you mean EB5 visa. So the EB5 is a green card option, right? It's a green card option. It's a way to apply for and receive a green card in the US. So what it is it's really, really complicated. Sheik Dame says, thank you, you're welcome. So EB5 is actually really complicated. So if you are interested, if you know someone that's interested, the best thing for you to do is schedule a consultation because there are so many different parts to this. There are so many different things you need to do to make sure that it's done correctly. And there are multiple kind of steps involved in it. So let me kind of give you the quick overview of what is an EB5. And I know a lot of people have questions on this. A lot of people are interested. But let me give you kind of a quick overview on what it is, essentially. So if you invest a certain amount of money in the U.S. economy, this is just general, very general here. We're talking about the EB5 way to get a green card. If you invest a lot of money in the U.S., so it used to be $500,000 was the minimum amount that you could invest. Now I believe it's $1 million. Although we haven't seen recent clients on this, we've had clients at the $500,000 level. Now it's $1 million, a minimum amount that you can invest. I believe it's $1 million. So don't quote me on this. I don't know this off the top of my head, but it's definitely close to $1 million. So if you invest it in in the U.S. economy. So for that lower amount, so I know that sounds like a lot, but that's actually the lower minimum amount that you can invest. For that amount, you have to choose an area that's considered an area that has higher unemployment rates. So essentially, you can invest it in your own business. You can invest it in a regional center, which is essentially pooled investments. So you and other EB5 investors will all pool their money and invest in a particular project. Hotels are really, really big. It's a type of EB5 project. A lot of regional centers. So this is like the pool investment method. They invest in hotels. So essentially you pool your money, or you make a direct investment, and you show that, your money was legally obtained through, through either work or whatnot. So we have to show the source of where the income came from, where that money came from, to show that it was attained legally. So you take that money and then you invest it, and we have to show that it's at risk. So it's subject to profit or loss. So that minimum amount, you're investing your funds in some kind of investment. That's the first part. So once that gets approved, you get a conditional green card. So you're abroad, or you're already here on some other kind of visa, you'll get a temporary 2-year green card. And at the end of that 2 years, you need to show that you created 10 jobs and that you kept your money invested for that period of time. So 10 full-time jobs. There's a lot involved here. It sounds fairly simple, but there's kind of a lot involved here. So essentially, you basically invest a bunch of money and show that you created at least 10 full-time jobs at the end of a 2-year period. That's like the most basic I can make out of the EB5 green card. Okay, so I hope that is helpful. But if you or someone wants to talk about the EB5, please make sure to give us a call. We can schedule a consultation, and we can see we can go through the full process, because there's really a lot involved. There's like a certain timeline. We can talk about dependents that can come in. So I hope that kind of helps. But there's a lot of information available online about the EB5. Even on our website, we do have a breakdown of the investments and how the whole process works. Okay, so call our office if you'd like a consultation. We're at 703-348-1663. All right, Gothra. Hi, Gothra. Hi, Jaggi. Hi, Mahesh. Hi, Raman. Savio says, I applied for my I-485 and my work permit expires next month. Can I apply to renew my work permit? Yes, absolutely. So if you have a pending green card application, you should apply to renew your work permit. Before the first one expires. So once you do that, you'll get a 180-day automatic extension while that application is pending. So as long as your first one is still valid, you'll be able to apply to renew it, as long as you can show that your green card application is still pending. So you can usually do that with just the receipt notice for the I-485 and then your previous approval. Submit that. You'll get an automatic 180-day extension so long as they receive it before your first one expires. So you can even do it several months before that first one expires. So I would, get it done ahead of time to make sure that you have it whenever you need it. But yeah, absolutely, you can do that, Savio. Gothra says, hi, this is Satwant. Oh, I'm sorry. Satwant says, I talked to you. Great. Nice to talk to you too. Reach out if we can help you. Sonia says, okay, thank you. You're welcome. Savio says, thanks. You're welcome. Savio says, you are great. Thank you. That's so nice. Actually, that's nice because someone here on Facebook just gave us an angry face. I'm actually not sure why or if that was on purpose, but yeah, they gave us an angry face. So I'm not sure what that's all about. Anyway. So Chic Dame has a question here on Facebook. It says, if your divorce was filed before an interview, is there any chance to still get a green card? Yes. So you might still be eligible to apply for a green card if you are divorced and you were married to a green card holder or a U.S. citizen. So you can do it to show extreme cruelty and abuse. So that's a way to do it. So as long as your divorce was within 2 years of us filing the application, you should be able to potentially self-petition. So what I would do is I would call our office, honestly, to schedule a consultation. You may be eligible to self-petition for your own green card. You would get a work permit in about 6 to 8 months. You would be eligible for a green card in 2 to 2.5 years if you qualify. So call us and we can talk about sort of the details of the marriage. But yes, it is still, so Sheikh James says, I was married to a U.S. citizen for 4 years. So yes, absolutely, you will, there may be an option for you to apply for and receive your green card if you basically got divorced before you got to the green card interview. So we'll need to show that your marriage was entered into in good faith. We'll need to show you the circumstances of the marriage. But yes, there is still a possibility, and that's something you should definitely explore. We are at 703-348-1663. If you want to call us for a consultation, I would love to talk to you about your case. We handle these a lot. All right, great. You said you were married to a U.S. citizen for 4 years, so yeah, you should likely be able to, but certainly we should have a consultation and talk through it. So call our office. We are closed right now, but if you want to call and leave a voicemail, we'll get back to you first thing tomorrow morning. We're on the East Coast, so we're at an Eastern time zone. But if you leave a voicemail, we can give you a call back tomorrow, and I'd be happy to schedule a consultation for you. All right. I hope we do connect. Sparkle says, are you Indian? Yes, I am Indian. Well, I've lived here a very long time. I grew up in Connecticut and I live in the Washington, D.C. area. But I was born in India and my parents were born and raised in India. All right. Sylvester, hi Ninesh, nice to see you again. Hi Hina, hi Mason, hi Akifai. Great. So feel free to type your questions in, guys. I'm going to be here for a little bit longer, probably about 5 to 10 more minutes. I want to go through some questions that have popped up in my practice that I think will be helpful for you guys. So one is a little bit related to Sheikh Dame's question that she brought up earlier. One that comes up often is my spouse is threatening to withdraw the green card application that they have already filed. What can I do? Do I have options? So yes, the answer is yes, you may have options. You can certainly apply for that green card on your own. If your spouse is threatening to withdraw your green card application, you may qualify to self-petition to basically move forward with that application without the help of your spouse. So call our office for a consultation. We are at 703-348-1663. And what would happen is once we file the self-petition for you, we can try to recycle parts of that green card application that's already been filed. If not, we can file a whole new application. Even if your spouse is refusing to go to the green card interview, if they're threatening to withdraw the application, if they're causing problems at the interview on purpose, there could be a way for you to move forward on your own without your spouse. So you should call, and either with us or anyone else, we handle these cases pretty often. Call our office, schedule a consultation. We'll go through the whole thing with you step by step and what is involved. So essentially, once we file, you would be eligible to receive a work permit in about 6 to 8 months. You would also get a green card in 2 to 2.5 years. We also attend the interview with you to help you through it. We help you prepare for the interview. We also go to the interview with you. So if you think we can help you with that, certainly give us a call. We're at 703-348-1663. Let's see. The other question, sorry, I didn't. Angel, hi Jesse, hi Akifai. Great. So give us a call if we can schedule a consultation for you. Another question we have is someone who has problems with their spouse. So no one has ever actually filed a green card application yet. But if you have problems with your spouse, if you have marriage problems and your spouse is a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, you may be able to qualify for a green card on your own. So we handle these cases very often. So if you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder and you're having some issues in your marriage, we may be able to help you self-petition on your own without your spouse. So again, once we file, what you would get is a green card in 2 to 2.5 years. But before that, You would have permission to live in the US while your application is pending. You would also receive a work permit in 6 to 8 months. And that can be really life-changing for so many people that either entered without status or lost status after coming in on a tourist visa or something else. So if you or someone you know could use this, could benefit from this, give us a call. We're at 703-348-1663. Hi, Sunny. Nice to see you. Sunny says, if you file a VAWA I-360 and I-485 at the same time, do they require an interview? Or does the Vermont Service Center approve both at the same time without interview? So they typically require an interview. So if you file for VAWA I-360, that's a self-petition, and the I-485, that's the green card portion of the application, they do require an interview. They usually conduct an interview. We've seen some cases actually without interview, but most of the time, I would say 99% of the time, you're going to see an interview. Okay. Hi, Darji. Hi, Bharat. Hi, Dominique. Great. All right. So then another question we get is, what happens if I entered with someone else's visa or green card or passport, but now I'm married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder? So what if I had an illegal entry, but now I'm married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder? So that actually happens more often than you think. And because the entry is not legal, you can't necessarily just apply for a green card in the way you otherwise would. If it's a wave through, there are some exceptions here, but you can't necessarily apply for a green card the typical way, right? But you may be eligible to self-petition. So there's an option here. So self-petition is still applying for a green card, but without your spouse, right? It can be based on a number of different things. And one of the most common ways that we apply based on a self-petition is through extreme cruelty and abuse. So if you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, you may qualify to self-petition. So what that would be is, after we apply for your green card, you would be eligible for a work permit in about 6 to 8 months, and you would be eligible to apply for and receive a green card in about 2 to 2.5 years. So if we can help you, if you or someone you know could benefit from this, give us a call. We're at 703-348-1663. And we would love to schedule a consultation with you to talk more about this. So someone is asking, I do not have a legal entry. Okay, great. But there are some options for you based on your experiences, right? So if you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, you may be able to apply for a green card even if you don't have a legal entry. There may be circumstances in your life, circumstances in your relationship that would qualify you for a green card even if you have an illegal entry. If you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, or if you have a child who is a U.S. citizen, 21 or over. So you may be eligible to apply. So I would suggest, call us, schedule a consultation. We'd love to chat with you more about your case. We would love to chat with you more about your options, but that's not the only way. Let's say you're not married and you have an illegal entry, right? There are other humanitarian visas that help you apply for and receive a green card ultimately in the U.S. So it's just based on your work experiences, based on maybe if you're a victim of a crime. There are just different ways, and you should at least know your options at the very least to see if there is a way for you to apply for and receive work permit, which would really be life-changing if you don't have a work permit already, to receive a work permit, to ultimately receive a green card, to at least get on the path to applying for and receiving a green card. So you may be eligible. So call our office. We would love to chat with you more about that. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. I help clients all throughout the United States. Our office is located right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. But we represent clients all throughout the U.S. I'm going to take one last question that just popped in on TikTok. Tapinita, I'm sorry, I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly. She says, I applied for reinstatement of F1 status and it has been 6 months since then. I'm so sorry, because really all of these applications are so So they take a really long time. They're delayed right now and they're taking a really long time. So, there are ways you can sue the government to push your application along to go a little bit faster, but some of them are taking a really long time. So it's really good to monitor the average processing time for each case to see where you fall, She's also saying, my spouse is a permanent resident. Will I qualify for a green card? So if you've maintained status, if you're currently in status, if you're not currently in status, you may still qualify. You may still qualify based on a different process. Not that if you're out of status right now and your spouse is a green card holder, it is possible for you to apply for and receive a green card. However, you have to qualify. So certainly give us a call and we can talk you through what the eligibility requirements are, and we will see if you qualify based on a different process. We are at 703-348-1663. Let's see. Mithil says, I have an I-94 and I applied for an asylum case and I'm entering in the USA 8 years ago, but my case is closed. Okay. Great. So if you have an I-94, that means that you have a legal entry. So if you have a U.S. citizen or a green card holder spouse, you may be able, or a child who's 21 or over, who's a U.S. citizen, you may be able to be sponsored by them for a green card. You might also, if they're unwilling to help you, depending on your relationship with them, you may also be eligible to self-petition for your green card without their help. If you think that's you, if you think that you could benefit from that, give us a call. We're at 703-348-1663. All right. Well, thanks so much, you guys. Thanks for joining me today on this Monday. Happy Monday. And I will see you very soon. All right. Have a good afternoon, evening, and see you tomorrow. Bye.